Welcome back to my channel. The Renault 4 E-Tech 2026 represents a fascinating mix of heritage and innovation, taking inspiration from one of the most iconic French cars of the 20th century and reimagining it as a thoroughly modern electric crossover. Renault has positioned this car as both a nostalgic nod to the past and a practical solution for the present, combining compact urban dimensions with family-friendly practicality, an efficient electric powertrain, and a competitive price that brings electric mobility within reach of more people. To write about it in full depth, it is worth examining every detail of its design, performance, technology, practicality, and market positioning, painting a complete picture of what the 2026 Renault 4 E-Tech brings to buyers. The exterior design immediately tells the story of a car that respects its history. The silhouette is boxy, upright, and approachable, a direct echo of the original Renault 4 that millions of people drove across Europe and beyond. Yet this is no retro pastiche. Instead, the Renault 4 E-Tech integrates those design cues into a body that is clearly modern, aerodynamic, and efficient. Measuring about 4.14 meters long and just over 1.8 meters wide, with a height of 1.55 meters, the 4 strikes a balance between being small enough to weave through city streets and tall enough to feel like a crossover. The 2.62-meter wheelbase provides stability while also carving out generous interior space. Its 420-liter boot capacity expands considerably when the rear seats fold flat, and the squared-off tailgate ensures that loading bulky objects is straightforward. Additional underfloor storage and smart cubbies scattered through the cabin add to its sense of everyday practicality. The turning circle of around 10.8 meters is especially handy in tight European cities, where narrow roads and small parking spaces remain a daily reality. Powertrain options give buyers the choice of prioritizing affordability or performance. The entry-level version pairs a 40 kilowatt-hour battery with a motor producing around 120 horsepower and 225 newton-meters of torque, enough for urban and suburban commuting with a WLTP range of roughly 322 kilometers. For many city drivers, this is more than adequate, and it ensures a lighter and slightly cheaper package. The more powerful option, and the one Renault expects to be most popular, is built around a 52 kilowatt-hour battery and a motor with 150 horsepower and 245 newton-meters of torque. This version accelerates from 0 to 100 km/h in just over 8 seconds, a figure that puts it on par with many petrol crossovers in the same size category. Its top speed is capped at around 150 km/h, which is sensible for efficiency and safety. Most importantly, it achieves close to 400 kilometers of range on a single charge under WLTP testing, making it practical for longer journeys while still efficient in day-to-day use. Charging capabilities have been designed with real-world convenience in mind. Both variants feature an 11 kW onboard AC charger, which allows a full recharge at home or work in about 5 hours when connected to a 3-phase supply. This ensures that overnight charging covers most needs without requiring expensive infrastructure. On the road, the smaller battery supports DC fast charging up to 80 kilowatts, while the larger 52 kilowatt-hour pack can take up to 100 kilowatts, meaning that a 15 to 80% charge can be achieved in about half an hour at a suitable public charging station. The car also incorporates battery preconditioning, which means the system can warm or cool the pack before arriving at a charger, shortening charging times and preserving battery health. The 8-year or 160 0-kilometer warranty on the battery offers reassurance, and Renault has designed the pack with recyclability and repairability in mind, reflecting its long-term environmental goals. On the road, the Renault 4 E-Tech feels lively and reassuring rather than outright sporty. The steering is light and precise, with a short ratio that makes city maneuvers easy. A suspension setup combining McPherson struts at the front with a multi-link arrangement at the rear provides good balance between comfort and control, ironing out the bumps of city streets while keeping the car steady at motorway speeds. The low center of gravity, thanks to the underfloor battery, enhances stability. Renault also equips the car with regenerative braking that can be tailored to the driver's preference, using steering wheel paddles, offering 3 levels plus a 1-pedal driving mode. In heavy traffic, this mode reduces the need to touch the brake pedal, making driving more relaxing and efficient. For light off-road or poor weather conditions, the car includes an extended grip function with snow and all-terrain modes, further emphasizing its crossover credentials. Inside, the cabin is both stylish and practical, reflecting Renault's effort to make electric cars approachable rather than intimidating. The dashboard is dominated by a 10-inch OpenR-Link infotainment touchscreen, which runs on an Android-based operating system. Google services such as Maps and Assistant are fully integrated, and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto ensure compatibility with virtually every smartphone. Depending on the trim, the driver faces a 7 or 10-inch digital instrument cluster that displays speed, range, navigation, and driver assistance information. The materials inside are eco-friendly, with recycled fabrics and denim effect upholstery giving a casual yet modern feel. Renault has not forgotten its playful side, adding quirky touches like a baguette holder and colorful inserts, while ensuring that the cabin is packed with storage compartments. Practicality remains central. Rear passengers enjoy generous headroom and legroom thanks to the boxy shape, and the flat loading floor with folded seats makes it versatile for transporting larger items. Higher trims offer the option of an electrically operated canvas roof called Plein Sud, a feature that injects an element of fun and harkens back to Renault's history of open-roof vehicles. Safety and driver assistance systems are at the forefront of the 4 E-Tech. The car achieved a 4-star Euro NCAP rating in 2025, demonstrating strong protection for occupants and good performance from its suite of electronic aids. Features include adaptive cruise control with lane centering, blind spot monitoring, emergency lane keeping, automatic emergency braking, both front and rear, rear cross traffic alert, high beam assist, traffic sign recognition, parking sensors, a reversing camera, and available 360-degree park assist. The most advanced trims add features like semi-automated lane changes, making long journeys more comfortable. The Renault 4 E-Tech also introduces technologies that extend its role beyond mobility. Its bidirectional charging system allows for vehicle-to-load capability, letting the car power external devices such as camping gear, e-bikes, or power tools. It is also prepared for vehicle-to-grid functionality, which, in the near future, could allow owners to sell stored energy back to the grid during peak hours, potentially saving money and supporting wider energy stability. This positions the 4 not only as a vehicle, but as a potential part of the home energy ecosystem. Pricing is critical in this segment, and Renault has deliberately placed the 4 E-Tech to be accessible. In the United Kingdom, the model starts at around $26,995 for the entry Evolution trim and rises to about $30,995 for the fully equipped iconic version, with the Techno trim in the middle. These prices make it highly competitive against rivals like the Peugeot E2008, Jeep Avenger, and Hyundai Kona Electric, while still offering distinctive design, modern technology, and practical usability. Order books open in 2025, with deliveries rolling out into the 2026 model year across Europe and other global markets. Altogether, the Renault 4 E-Tech 2026 captures the spirit of the original Renault 4 by being versatile, affordable, and approachable, while at the same time meeting the needs of a new generation of drivers looking for zero-emission mobility. It combines a practical size, generous range, quick charging, clever interior solutions, strong safety features, and future-ready energy technologies. It is not meant to be a luxury SUV or a performance EV, but rather a cheerful, capable, and sensible companion for daily life that is equally at home on crowded city streets, long suburban commutes, or relaxed weekend getaways. With its blend of retro charm and forward-looking engineering, the Renault 4 E-Tech proves that an electric car can be fun, practical, and attainable, carrying a legendary name into a sustainable future.